Thank you for allowing RoadReady Solutions to be a part of your regulatory compliance solution. This video will walk us through how to use the RoadReady ELD app. To begin with, we need to download the app from the store, navigate on your mobile device to RoadReady.Solutions, tap the menu bars here, scroll down to Resources and tap that pull-down menu, then tap RoadReady ELD Apps. Then scroll down to the app that you've subscribed to. iOS, it starts with iOS. The first app is the agricultural app, which we're going to be going into in just a moment. The other most popular used app is commercial motor vehicle, followed by the Google Play Store, the Androids, Ag, and CMV. So we're on an iOS device today. We're going to download the Ag app. And then tap open. It'll pull up a screen that you don't see here. It'll ask you for location services to always be on. So allow once or allow while using app. We'll choose allow while using app, and find Bluetooth devices will allow that. Anytime you see an allow button pop up, just allow it. We're going to type in our login credentials, which were provided to us by our admin, our administrator of the account. Tap login. The first time through, you'll go through some special settings. Tap select home time zone. This is the time zone in which your truck is stationed, the home base of the truck. For us, we're going to pick Mountain Time, Arizona. Tap OK. And then we want the app to remember our time zone on login. So make sure you check that box on. Tap done. Whenever you see any allow pop-up buttons, or especially when it comes to location, you'll see a location pop-up button. Always allow, always choose the always option, and always choose the allow option. You'll go through a disclaimer you can read through. Any new features will pop up here. Tap got it. Scroll down through the disclaimer. Tap I agree. Now we're going to go through the quick start setup guide. So we're going to tap get started. The language will be English. Tap next. Shows us our name. Tap next, make sure it's correct. Shows us our driver's license number and state. Tap next. Here it shows us the device that we use. Just tap the picture and get a blue check mark in the upper left hand corner. Tap next. And now we see the rules under which we are operating. In this case, property carrying 70 hours in 8 days. Don't worry about the Canada, leave it alone. The recycle start is 34 hours in the United States, and we're operating under some agricultural exemptions that we'll talk about as we move forward. Tap next. Here are some special agricultural options you can read through, turn off, turn on, what you like, what you don't like. These are personal preferences. Tap next. More special options. Do you want to detect driving while off duty? Yes or no? Again, special personal preferences. And move your way through the special options by tapping next. And final review, and tap next. Your password is 1515 is your 4-digit personal code. Your password is already set. I'm ready, and it was provided to you by your administrator. Tap I'm ready to start. Now you're at the main ELD app screen. I'll start off by mentioning there's a question mark in the top right hand corner. You tap this question mark if you ever have any issues and want to submit a ticket for us to investigate. Simply tap that question mark, put in your phone number, and then enter ticket details. It's important to tell our technicians what is wrong. So what is going on, where is it happening, and when. For example, I'm on duty in Fresno, but duty status is driving. This helps our technicians know where to start investigating. We haven't said when. Put the date. Otherwise, our technicians don't know where or what to look for. And then tap send up here, and what it does is it reaches into the ELD, grabs the ELD data for our technicians to look at so that we know what the ELD thinks is going on and what the driver says is really going on, and we can compare the two, investigate, and get back to you at this phone number or the email address that we'll get from you from the system. So remember that question mark. This section are your countdown clocks. You've got your driving countdown, shift countdown, cycle countdown, so on and so forth. You've got 80 hours left until your cycle reset. And then you have your current duty status here. At the beginning of each shift, we're going to go through the Start My Day process. First, let me mention the 3 menu bars in the top left-hand corner. You can go back through the quick setup. You can sync if necessary. It'll sync on its own, but if you're ever on a troubleshooting call with us, we may direct you here to do a sync. We can update our firmware here. We can check the status of our plug-in, so on and so forth. Once a week, you should log out. You don't have to do it every day, but you should log out at least once a week for the update purposes. At the beginning of each shift, we're going to go through the Start My Day process. We're currently off duty. We're going to tap Start My Day, and that'll take us through the checklist. Here's the checklist we're going to go through, and we're going to start by, for agricultural haulers, you have the option, this pop-up window will show up, but you have the option to add sources now. We're going to say no, we'll get to that in a moment. Here's the checklist we're going to go through. We're going to start by certifying yesterday's logs. Tap that box, that button I mean. I agree. And sign with your finger. Tap save at the lower right hand corner. Then you'll automatically be taken to the driver vehicle inspection report. It'll show your location. You need three blue check marks for the DVIR, both pre-trip and post-trip. The first is the asset type, tractor, check mark. Choose the tractor. We need a unit number to choose from. So we've chosen 123TY from the list by tapping that Choose Tractor button. The second check mark is the trip type. This is a pre-trip. Enter your odometer reading if it's not already here. And then we go down through the checklist. Check any item that may be deficient. And then at the bottom of the list, you can enter any notes. And then tap the condition of the vehicle for the third and final check mark. Acceptable, vehicle can be driven. You can take pictures of any deficiencies, then tap sign, Tap Save at the lower right. You get a final review, tap Save again. Do you want to inspect your trailer? Typically, yes, if we have a trailer. For the purpose of time, we're going to say no that at this moment. It's the same exact process. Now we're taken to the manifest page. This is where you enter your bill of lading number or the commodity that you're hauling. Tap Next. And now we're done with the checklist. We skip the trailer and we're going to tap Go. That takes us to the log page. There's really nothing much else necessary for logging purposes at this point. You're on duty. Your shift time has started counting down. 4 minutes we spent on the pre-trip inspection, and our cycle clock is also counting down as well. And we've been on duty for 4 minutes during the pre-trip. You see our duty status boxes down here. Each time there's a duty status change, it will be another box will appear down below here in sequential order. In the old days, we used to draw a diagonal line down here from the graph page, noting where we were and what we were doing. These days, we do that in the note field here. So we tap Note, and we already know that what the location is already there, but we'll enter it in the notes just for inspection purposes. Moses Lake, Washington, loading. And then we're going to tap Save. So now that note is saved for inspection purposes, which the inspector will want to see. The inspector will also see we did our pre-trip inspection and there were no defects. Once we start driving, the duty status will automatically switch from on duty to driving once the vehicle reaches 6 miles per hour. The engine will tell the ELD we're driving now, and the duty status will change from on duty to driving automatically. No action necessary on your part. We can go back a day or select a different day by the calendar drop-down menu here if we want to look at a different day's logs. Now let's look at some of the other functionality of the app. We can edit times by tapping the E button in any of these boxes here. And if we want to edit the times, we can drag and drop these arrows or enter a new start time and new end time in these boxes. We'll drag and drop. And let's say we wanted this block of time to be sleeper berth instead of off duty. So we've selected the block of time, 3 a.m. to 8:45 a.m. We're going to enter the notes. Forgot to change status, and then select the sleeping status. You'll see the time has changed here. The inspector will ask why you changed it. You've already answered the question here. And then tap back, and you'll see the time edit has been changed here, reflected here. You can edit any time except for driving time. Once driving time has been recorded, it cannot be changed by law. This normal button reflects normal logging status. If you wish to use one of the special statuses allowed by the FMCSA, which are, tap the normal button, yard move and personal use or adverse weather, you can select them here. Yard move, you need to be on duty, which we are right now, in order to switch to yard move, which allows you to drive the vehicle in excess of 5 miles per hour, not on a public roadway, and all time is recorded as on duty, not driving. Personal use allows you to drive the vehicle any speed, anywhere, anytime, and all time is recorded as off duty. It's important to make sure that you make the notes, just like we did in the duty status here, as to why you are choosing one of the special statuses allowed by the FMCSA. It's also important to come back and switch back to normal after you're done with one of the special duty statuses. driver button up here. This allows you, if you're team driving, to switch back and forth between non-driver and co-driver. Certify logs, you only want to do that unless during the start my day process, unless there's a special occasion. If you click certify log now, it'll log you off the rest of the day, and you don't want to do that. So only use certify log if instructed by one of our technicians or during the start my day process. Tools is an important section. We can see an avenue to the manifest page, which we've looked at before. This is just another way to get to the same information. You can change your bill of lading, change your tractor, change your trailer, change your driver, so on and so forth. Go back to tools. The fuel log is where a driver can enter the fuel data, number of gallons, dollars in fuel, odometer reading, any notes. You can take a picture of the receipt, sign it, and then save it. And that data is used for IFTA reporting purposes or any of the special state-specific weight and distance miles reporting, New Mexico, Oregon, Kentucky, New York, or Connecticut. Let's go back to tools. Inspect logs is very important. This is where one goes during a roadside inspection or a scale house inspection or an audit if the safety inspector says, I'd like to see your logs. Go to tools, inspect logs. We show our unlock code here, our special 4-digit PIN we can use or not use. So if we're going to hand our mobile device over to the inspector and we're concerned about data security on our mobile device, we can use the lock code, and then the inspector can only see the next screen that we're about to see. Here's the data required to be presented to the FMCSA. We won't go through it in detail, but everything is reflected here. 9 times out of 10, the inspector will say, please send me your logs. So we tap send log. We have all of the available methods of data transfer approved by the FMCSA available. They will almost always ask you to use web services, and they will provide you a code to enter here. And then tap send, and the data will be sent, the required data will be sent to the inspector or auditor. When done, just tap back. Tell the system you're done with the inspection, and it will return you back to the logging page. For agricultural haulers, you will see the commodity list here. CL means commodity list. You tap CL, and you want to add a source that you're going to go to today. Tap add source. Select the source. Tell the system, is this a non-exempt source or a commodity origin source, which means exempt. Let's choose exempt. And now we've added that source here, and that's where we're headed to next. Let's say we're going to another source afterwards. We're going to add another source. We'll go to the Hampton, and that is a non-exempt source. And we can see that the agricultural exemptions will be applied to the green source and not applied to the non-exempt source. We can move these around we can delete them, we can move this one down if we wish, in reverse order. We can add more sources, so on and so forth. But we set up our delivery schedule through here for agricultural exempt commodity sources so that we can take advantage of the agricultural exemption during our logging day. DS means duty status, to switch back to the normal duty status, and we can toggle back and forth to edit our list throughout the day with that button. At any time during the day we want to change our duty status. We tap on the duty status bar here and just select whichever duty status we wish. Or we can start our 30-minute break, which will reflect the 30-minute countdown clock so we know when the 30-minute break is over. At the end of the day, we need to do a post-drip inspection, the DVIR. So we'll tap the DVIR button here. Just like we did with the pre-trip inspection, we need 3 check marks. One is the asset type by tapping tractor. Make sure our tractor unit number is reflected here. This time the trip type is post-trip. Our second check mark. Confirm the odometer reading. Check any deficiencies and make any notes necessary, any pictures necessary, and then tap the condition of the vehicle for our third check mark. Sign. Save. Final review. Save again. And then we tap the home button and we can close the app. When we come in to start our next shift after our 10-hour break or 34-hour reset, we simply go through the start my day process again. As said previously, we tap the 3 menu bars. Once a week, we log out to take advantage of any updates the app may need. You don't have to log out every day, but you should at least once a week. Thank you for allowing RoadReady Solutions to be a part of your regulatory compliance solution.